Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to the Diamond Coast on City Skylines. Now, I'm a bit of an idiot. Some of you might have noticed that from some of my videos. I went and really proved it earlier on today by spending an hour and a half recording a video which was going to be cut into 3 half-hour sections for you guys to enjoy. Unfortunately, I completely did not check to see if OBS was set up properly. And the reason I didn't check that is because I've just switched to using dual monitors. Literally this morning, I dug around the house, found a cable, connected it to my second TV, which I normally use for my Xbox. And I'm now using that as like an Xbox slash PC monitor. So I was really excited, really looking forward to giving it a go. The reason I've done that is because my laptop is basically on its last legs. It is dead. You wouldn't believe how dead my laptop is now. The noise it makes is just horrendous. But, you know, my desktop, I managed to download Audacity. Of course I can. It's not difficult. But, I tested Audacity and it worked fine. I tested the dual monitors, it worked fine. And then I recorded the episode, an hour and a half. Went back to check the footage and it was just a black screen because I had OBS set up to record the wrong thing. So I lost that footage, unfortunately. I wasn't going to upload an hour and a half of just me talking over a black screen, because that seems stupid. But what you're looking at right now is part of what I helped create. Or part of what I created. I didn't help create anything, I built it myself. This is what I built in the last episode, though. So we're currently in commerce on board this bus with some incredibly loud sirens going on around. I believe this bus just about gets under these trees, which is all nice, all lovely. But what's going to happen in a second is we're going to drive into a new part of the city. So this is Commerce still. Commerce Station is on our left, which we're going to approach in a second. The tram track, as you can see, is right in front of us. We're going to turn left and follow the tram track. And I believe as the tram track turns left to go past Commerce Station, we will actually go straight on. And originally, I think it was this next main road here was the southern limit. We're now going to carry on heading south. This is our new part of the city. And it actually looks a little bit different because I've been AFK since I built this, just to let it grow for a little bit. So I'm sort of seeing this bit for the first time as well. So I'm very, very much looking forward to seeing just how good it looks now. I love just doing this, going first person on my public transport and actually looking at the city from what the people would see. I'm not going to stay in this mode for too long, so don't worry if you're not exactly interested in this like I am. Basically, I'm trying to get to a certain point, and that's going to segue very nicely into the video. And this is that point here right now, actually. You see, this is a 6-lane one-way street. And it's very important that this is a 6-lane one-way street, because it's all about traffic management. We have a new sort of big part of the city. And we're not actually going to reach it just yet, but in a second we will. We'll approach it from a slightly different angle. Which is this 6-lane one-way street, funnily enough, with another bus stop here, which is quite popular. I believe one of these bus stops is right next to a metro station as well, which is quite nice. But basically, this episode today is going to be expanding on what I did in the episode that is now lost. Now sadly lost. But this is it. Where we are now. Here. This is Heather Park. This central area here. If I show you the districts menu. There you are. This is Heather Park. This is like Times Square. And in fact, I could make it a little bit smaller. We've got Rosewood on one side of it. To the west here. And then we've got Commerce to the north, which is now the biggest area of the city, I would say. This area here hasn't been done yet. Off camera, I was going to say I did all this building work here, but technically since the entire thing is off camera, I've done this building work here, because this is what we're going to work on today. We're going to expand our suburbs. Basically, this is now a junction here. It comes along like this, and it runs into Heather Park. Or you have to go round the outside to then... Which way is it? This way? No? I've kind of done this a little bit wrong, really, because the 3 roads that go into it come from the north, and the 3 roads that go out go to the south. But I think what I actually want is this one here, maybe, to head in as well, so that you don't have to go around all these smallish roads in order to actually be able to get to where you want to be. But we have a metro station here, Heather Park 2. One here, Heather Park 1. And if I show you this window, go into the metro tab, you can see some of the other stations that we've got. So there's one here which hasn't actually been connected up fully yet. There's one here, there's one here. And these are all connected up to existing lines that come from commerce. They then come down. We've got these two triangular stations that link up to form the overall network again. So, you know, this is quite nice. We've got some parks here, some dead people. I haven't actually put any services in yet, so I need to put like police. Although police is not too bad at this point. I think that's because I built a police station. I thought I built one fairly close, but apparently not. But I mean, I can just chuck another police station in somewhere. One of these streets, perhaps. Though again, apparently not. It's a bit weird, we don't seem to have room. In that case, where am I going to build this? Maybe on this corner here. Like so. We'll do police van and that one. Right, fire. I need to work on fire. Modern fire station. Does that fit in here? I followed... Actually, no, I didn't follow the grid. There is a slight overlap. So that's probably why these buildings don't fit. Fire seems to be pretty bad. Yeah, same sort of area. So I think none of these are going to fit. Oh, hang on. Fits there. Okay. We'll pop the fire station then on this road here. Like so. And we'll make sure that's Fire Engine UK. It's a bit strange looking, this one, actually. I don't think... I've got this one called the Liberator, which is part of a future mod that I didn't actually want, but ended up getting. Actually, I prefer that one. I prefer that one, because it feels like it fills more of the block. It actually looks more of the part. Some weird noises coming from... Is that a building on fire I can hear or something? I've absolutely no idea, but it doesn't sound very nice. Right, we need a hospital. Again, I've got these really nice modern looking buildings. The Generosity, which is an interesting one. I think that's also from that future pack. Well, this definitely is Destination, as it's called. Which is a really fancy, totally unnecessary way of saying hospital. Health coverage over here exactly isn't that much of an issue. We do have some residential though, so I do have to bear it in mind at some points. There maybe, just so we've got something. We'll do those two. And then I saw a nice little crematorium building. This one. Crematorium and funeral parlour. I think if we actually stick that sort of... Again, I don't know really. Do we need one? I don't think we do. No, we don't really. What on earth are these buildings? Oh, these are taxi depots. Oh, that might be why we don't have any taxis coming out then. Let's turn that off. Again, that's the remnants of my building from earlier. Yeah, so I'm guessing we don't actually have any taxis out in the city because these buildings aren't powered. Once these buildings are powered, we'll see taxis start pouring out. I'm sure of it. Let's make sure we get the right type of taxis. Maybe this city just doesn't need taxis. Oh no, there's one. They are sort of regulated. I assume this is a taxi. It's certainly shifting. Catch it. Catch it. Catch the taxi. And actually, this is a nice segue as well, because the next thing I wanted to show was the freeway. Wow, it actually tells you the passenger it's going to pick up as well. I did not know it was going to do that. Look at this, though. This is now moving relatively fluidly. And the reason it's doing that, we'll ignore this nasty little... whatever the heck that is. We got more junctions. We got this one here. The road then comes through here, sort of along this straight line, which we might have buildings surrounding it, we might not. Round this silly little corner. This has all been done up so that the one-way system takes over, by the way. It then comes down here through the city, as we know. And then it comes out here, and look, there's another junction right here. And this connects up to the old railway, like rail network that we had. And in actual fact, what I want to do is change this here slightly. So again, I mean, I did this off camera, technically on camera, but off camera because no one saw it. But I'm going to do it again because obviously you guys didn't see it. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to demolish the majority of this tunnel, including this exit. Like so. And then, whoops, that didn't quite go to plan. I did not mean to get rid of these power cables. There we are, right. So what's going to happen here is this is a 4-lane road, so it's this one. I want this to come down. Let's open this up again. Straight slope, yep. So we want this to come down to ground level. So just keep this sloped up here. And then here we want it to come down to ground level. So however that works. Whichever one of these it is. There you are. Like so. Now let's really quickly just put something. Why is that insisting? Is that why? No? I don't want it to be like this, but I don't think I have much of a choice right now. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we'll come across to this again. We'll grab this one, and we'll do that. So there, and then this will come down and do pretty much the exact same thing. Okie dokie. Get rid of you and you. Like that. Okay. Now, here is where it's going to get a little bit sort of difficult, because at this point here, we want it to go 2 underground. Or 3 underground, whatever it is. In fact, what does this one do? Forces the ground to follow the elevation of the road. No, I don't want to do that. There you go. Tunnel. That's what I want. So that's going to go like this. And then from here, it's going to come along like this and connect up like so. And somehow these are all going to stay as 2 wides. Like that, like that, all the way through the main bulk of the city until we get to this junction here, and then it will go back into 4-lane, etc. This side here is going to do the same. In fact, no, this side here is going to stay. No, I can't really have it do that, can I? It's going to have to be 2-lane. So the one of the mottos of the last episode, which you will never see now, was to try and help ease traffic congestion that little bit more. So building the new city, new part of the city, and then straight away filling it with public transport was a huge benefit there, because it, you know, it's now full of public transport. That's how it's going to be served. Same kind of principle with what we've got going on here now, except I'm basically recovering from what we had before. So this road wasn't really working the way I wanted it to. We ended up with a very busy interchange that wasn't actually doing much to help with the situation. However, we have an avenue. That really did not work, did it? I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because I can do it. That probably didn't help either, having that switched on. Oh god, autosave's kicking in now, I bet. Just because I don't want it to. Either that or the game's about to crash, which I really don't want that to happen either. Come on. Come on. Start working. There we go. It is autosave. That's alright then. I always have my heart in my mouth when it pauses. Because I've had this game crash so many times recently. It's a real wrench. Every time it freezes, I just think, oh no, I'm not going to lose all my work. Luckily, I mean, all I've done really is give you a tour so far and change this road. So, even if it were to crash, I don't think I would lose too much stuff, but I really don't want to tempt fate. So I'm probably going to keep quiet now. There we go, got it back. So there you go, you lift all that up. And that hides the tunnel. Pretty nicely as well, if I do say so. Again, you can see what I've been doing in the last episode. That is not what I wanted. That's what I want. You can see what I've been doing in the last episode. It's involved a lot of this, a lot of smoothing, a lot of making sure everything is nice. Okay, so we've got this here, which we built quite a while ago now. And as you can see, it's gone. Not forever, just for now. It's going to be replaced. First of all, by... Where is it? Is it this? Is it this one? It sort of is. It's not quite the one I was looking for. This one? So again, that's the right sort of idea, just the wrong... Oh, hang on. Ah, see, that nearly fits. The actual railway probably isn't going to survive this section, just so you know. But the idea behind this is like that. And then I'll just connect this up. Which is this one. Again, you can see what I've been doing between episodes. What is this doing? Get rid of you. Go away. I just want that to connect to that. Like that. There we are. Right. Okay. So already this is a little bit higgledy-piggledy. It's kind of gone off kilter slightly. But we can fix that. That's fine. That's kind of what this is about, really, this series. It's all about we build something, doesn't quite work the first time, we'll improve it and we'll make it better for next time. It's a good philosophy, it's a good way of thinking of things, and there you go. See, that's now better connected. This little bit here is a bit off. Sort of better. Have to do the same thing on this side. Sometimes the way you join these up can make it go a bit skew-if, but as long as you sort of keep vigilant, you can fix it again. So there you are. That's nicely done. Now we want to connect these up to this freeway. So from here, we want to sort of come out like this, as much as we can, to... Which slope is too steep? About there. And then here we just want to go in a straight line across, like that. And then here we want to grab this one, and this is going to come in a curved line, round and connect up, like that. Except obviously that way round. So that now goes from 2 to 2 to 4. Perfect. Let's get rid of you. This is where it's going to get a little bit tricky though, because we want these to connect up to each other. So we want this one here to connect up to this point here, and we want this one here to connect up to this point here. So let's try and draw this in a straight line first to, I think there is probably a good spot. We'll draw this down to there. Then that should connect. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. And then we'll stick that bit in as well. Awesome. And then as a final thing, if you don't actually want to go on the freeway, you've got an option there quickly to turn around and head back. So that's the new junction. And as you can see, I think that'll actually help traffic flow again. Because there's no real traffic lights around here. There's lots of one-way streets converging. And that's kind of what this is all about right now. It's building one-way streets that are functional. Obviously, there used to be a railway line here. I don't think there will be anymore because it all dips underground. Dips underground here and it dips underground over here. However, we have this section over here which does go underground and connects up just before this bit, funny enough. Now, I've already got it so that it comes out this side here. But again, looking at it, it's quite difficult. We've got this station here, which we haven't got water to. So I'm going to do that really quick. Because I don't like seeing sort of warning beacons flashing. It annoys me, if anything. So that should make that go away. But this is a functioning station. We can actually have a line stop here. And this obviously connects all the way over and into Commerce. From Commerce, I'm going to build a junction. So here's where the line breaks off. Wow, I've got some traffic going on here. Whoops, there's a building in the way there. Wow, that's a really loud siren. I was meant to turn the volume down of the game and I completely forgot, so apologies for that. These stations, though, they're fairly popular. They're not as popular as perhaps they could be, and in fact, one of my bus routes does stop here. And I think the other stop is somewhere nearby. Or maybe not nearby. Where is it? Ah, see, it goes there. So if I pull this over to here, that connects up to Commerce Station, light rail station, and then it goes to Commerce heavy rail station. Can't remember what this one is. I think it's just called Commerce Station, isn't it? Yeah, Commerce Rail. There's our little Chicago Board of Trade building, which I've absolutely no idea if that's working or not. Got loads of residential buildings still springing up. This one here has 313 households. I've managed to fix the housing problem now, so we've got people actually living in these buildings. This one here has got 59 out of 70 households. I can't remember exactly how many of these are all residential, but the majority of this section here is residential. Oh my life, the queues. Trying to get into the city here, it's abysmal. I think what I'm going to have to do is upgrade this to a 2-lane. Like so, which means upgrading this to a 4-lane. But only in this direction. The other direction, I don't think we really need it. So that's like that, and then this one. Oh, come on, you can do it. There you go. So that's now 3 plus 1 is 4. That works. That works quite nicely. As you can see, though, it's a fairly long queue of traffic trying to get into the city. There's a lot of intersections still that I need to build, which I haven't gotten round to. That will happen in the future, don't worry. For now, though, what I want to focus on is zoning, really, getting some more buildings up. So this is all going to be residential. And all of this section here as well is going to be residential. It's fairly close to the freeway, but I don't think it's close enough for it to be an issue. This section here is going to be commercial. And then we're going to have some offices down here. And then the rest of this is all going to be residential again. Like so. That'll get people moving. Obviously we've got to put metro stations in as well, because that's the key thing. Is you build the area and then you put the transport in. Otherwise, you know, you're going to end up with huge traffic problems, which we are starting to get, but believe me, it could be a lot worse if we didn't have these stations. I've got to remember, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. So that comes from here, that'll come to here, and there'll be another line that'll sort of come across this way. We'll do something similar on this side, like that. So that one will come around and connect to here maybe, or this one will come and connect to here. This one will come underneath and maybe connect to here, actually, thinking about it. Let's have a look at that quickly. So let's say this one, let's do this one first. Let's say this one came underneath, like this, went round like that and joined up there. And then this one came out around a really tight corner, over the top of that one and just connected up like that. That could work. And then this one will come down to there. And let's say this one as well also came... That's not really going to work out, is it? Let's just for now build this straight down. And we'll find a way to get this one... No, build it straight, come on. There you go. Underneath and up. No? You're not going to connect for me? There might have been another line somewhere, actually. Thinking about it. Yeah, hang on. Let's cut this one back a second. There's another line from here, which needs to be connected up as well. So this... You're going to come round like that. And then you are going to come straight up like that. It's not quite perfect, but it's good enough. This one then is going to come round like this. And you're going to connect up like that. Which then means this one here is going to come round like this and connect up there. Which means this one is going to come round like this, a slightly wider berth, and connect up sort of like that. That'll do. For now, that'll do. Right. Also means that over on this side we can build another one of these stations and actually have it connected up almost in a straight line. Again, a slight deviation, but not a massive one, so I'm not too bothered about that. And there you go. We actually haven't got the lines going in yet, and we probably won't do for a little while. But as an actual connection point, it's, you know, it's good to build the infrastructure now, so that you're not struggling to fit it in later. That was one of my problems with Cities in Motion, was I never planned ahead. Whereas kind of what I'm trying to do now is plan ahead, build things in advance, and just see where it goes, really. Now this roundabout is an issue. There's no traffic lights here though, so the actual problem is the roundabout. A car comes round and then everything coming off the freeway has to stop and wait. I don't really know how to fix that though, because we could just add more intersections to the freeway, but then that just, you know, it does split the problem. But if you end up with loads of new vehicles arriving, it just splits the problem and then it multiplies again, which doesn't really fix anything. It just shifts the problem elsewhere. These buildings look amazing though. I'm really happy with these. And I've actually got some more, which I'm very much looking forward to popping in the city. Let's see, what have we got on this tab? Bank of America. Do I not already have the Bank of America? I thought I'd already built it. Is that not one of these buildings over here? Heron Tower, 8 Canada Square, which is also known as the HSBC Tower. What are you? Emirates Tower 1. Cyrus Tower, Shackley Terraces. Maybe I haven't got the Bank of America, so we'll have to stick that in somewhere. Let's see, any room in commerce? As I say, this is the financial beating heart of the city. If there's going to be big buildings, this is where they're going to go. Fountain Place. How big's Fountain Place? Not the biggest building in the world, but it'll fit somewhere. Fit quite nicely on that corner as it goes. The football stadium is still something that we need to put in. We've got that ready to go. That's sitting here nicely waiting. It's part of the reason why I'm also planning ahead with public transport, is so that when we do put the stadium in, we can just go bang and it's done. The stadium could go in this area here, but I want it to be central. I want it to be in a really nice centralized location. I think that'd be really cool. Got a statue of shopping, which this is all commercial here, isn't it? So let's stick the statue of shopping in the middle of this commercial area, like that. Plaza of the Dead, we don't particularly want that. Lazarette Plaza, that's for health. Okay, Statue of Industry we also need to put in somewhere. What have we got here? That's a distributor thing. Chill park. That would be nice. Oh, building already exists, it says. Okie dokie. Courthouse. We need a courthouse. That would be good. That would be for the old part of the city, though, which is sort of going to go up here. That's part of what this is planned out for now. That new freeway intersection is being used, so I'm quite pleased with that. Shanghai Wheelock Square. It's a nice building. Apparently we've already got that one. Universe Center. No, I don't want space themed stuff. I'm not keen on space themed stuff. I like space and I like space travel and the idea behind it, just not in a city. I don't like futuristic things like Sim City when they started bringing out the futuristic stuff. That's when I really went off the game because I just didn't want it. Never asked for it. The Sky Towers I could live with because they're fairly realistic, but everything else was just no thank you. Emirates Tower 1. Yeah, we've already got that one as well. I did get loads. I'm sure I did. Spent a long time on the workshop looking through them anyway. GITS office tower. Yep, that needs to go in somewhere. Again, we got loads of skyscrapers sort of clustered together, but that's kind of the idea of this city, is to do this. To have a part of the city where all of the financial hub is built. Got a lot of problems here though with space already occupied, so that's not great. I saw space there. It's a little too close to that main road for my liking, but it does work for now. This pinnacle building, I'd like to stick this in somewhere as well, because I mean, look at the size of it. It is huge. That'd be a really nice site. Aha, the Petronas Towers. That needs to go somewhere nice. Love the Petronas Towers. I've not been to them personally, but I've sort of seen them on the approach to Kuala Lumpur. It is the Petronas Towers in Kuala Lumpur, isn't it? I'm not shooting myself in the foot with that one. That's a good spot for the Petronas Towers. Look at that. The Leviathan. Don't already have the Leviathan, but again, I think that's part of the futuristic thing. Bayoki Tower 2. It's located in Thailand, and it's a hotel. And I've got no space for it. It's one of these big buildings. Might need to start sort of breaking into other parts of the city with some of these buildings. Strauss Tower. Already got the Strauss Tower. Okie dokie. That's all of them. So let's come out of that again. So our skyline is now vastly improved. Got some nice buildings. My favourite one is this one though, the Pentaminium. I mean, look at the size of it. Wherever you go in the city, if I press tab a second, hopefully we go into the first person mod. If I just picked an auto, oh no, I didn't pick an auto. So let's come down to ground level and then look across at the city. Look at that. That looks amazing. I mean, this part of the city as well looks nice, but that is where you strive to be in life. Definitely. That looks fantastic. So, I've got some more road building to do as well, which I'd like to do today. I'm going to try and make this a bit similar to the episode that got lost. So, quite a long one, and I'll cut it down into parts. So this has been converted into a bus lane road, which also means we've got this nice little suspension bridge. I want to do the same thing over here with this road here. Now, it's going to have to kind of come across like this. This is a medical practice, which we're going to have to move because it's going to be in the way otherwise. So the idea is, this bridge is going to kind of come over here, up and over, and then it's going to come down and connect up with this road here. Excuse me, I'm sneezing now as well. Very unprofessional, I do apologise. I'm then going to compensate that by, we've got this little under road here. I'm going to change this a little bit so that it matches with the bridge that we're going to be putting in now. Because basically, what I want is a functioning, nice bridge, really. So let's see. Forces the use of bridge pieces. Good. I want this to come... Let's try that again, shall we? Except we'll do it on an actual curve this time. So if I could get a curved suspension bridge, that would be fantastic. But I don't think you can have them curved that much. I mean, that's curved. That's pretty impressive. But I think actually this would be easier to do. Like that. And then this will come straight over. In fact, do I want that or do I want it to connect here? It says invalid shape. There you go. See, that connects like that. And then if I remove this, this, and this for a second, and choose this type, and have it just go straight across. Ah. That's a problem. Is that connected to a line? Oh, bugger. Okay. Slight change of plan. Given that. I think I could get away with this, actually. Let me get rid of this a second. Okay, so let's do this straight across like that. Does that connect? No, it doesn't, does it? No, it doesn't. That's not going to work at all. We've also got a bus stop on this street, which needs moving. So temporarily, I'm going to move this bus stop here, just so that it's not in the way. Okay. So let's try and line this road up better. Does that connect it? I don't actually know which side this road's meant to be connected to. Is it... It might be this side, actually. Ah, see, it's that side. Okay. That's alright then, I can get away with that. Because that still works, see? So if I then do... you to... Is that slope really too steep, or are you just telling me that? Let's draw it down this way. Like... like that. Okay. This should then connect straight across. Like so. So, I mean, that's that bridge done. Really. The problem then is this section here. Now, what I could do is just build a road like this. Like that. And then we'll get rid of the traffic lights, maybe? Keep the traffic lights. In fact, if I change that to this type. Like that. And then get rid of the traffic lights. That's alright, isn't it? It's okay. The other possibility, of course, is I keep this gone. Turn this into... No, somewhere here I've got what I'm looking for. That type of road. Or just turn it into this type of road. Problem solved. You know, that's it. Solved. Okay. Now we've got this little weird slope here that needs taking care of. Let's get rid of that for now. Like so. Okay, so over here I've got this weird little curve. I'm going to replace this with something a bit nicer. Something a bit more thought out. So let's see. What's going to happen with this is... it's going to go down underground and then back up on the other side. So here... we're just going to have a road that goes underneath in a straight line like that. Nice and simple. And then Here we're going to have a 2-lane road that's going to come up. Have I done that? Yeah, I think I've done that wrong actually. Let's try that again. So here, go away. Here we're going to have this go from... where does the 6-lane join? 6-lane joins there. So I think underneath this road here is a good spot for it. So like that. Get rid of this temporarily as well. I'm destroying a lot in order to build something that's actually going to benefit a lot. And then this is going to come along like this. We'll do it like to there. So same on this side. Bloody park's in the way now. Let's move the park out the way. So let's move that next to school. So how long's this? 10? Yeah, 10. So what's that? That's 10. Like so. Same on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to come to 10, which is here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10, which is here. No, that's 11. That's 10. Okay. And then this one is going to come out and connect. Like that. This one's going to come out and connect. Like that. This one's going to come out and connect. Like that. And this one is going to come out and connect. Like that. Turn these around. So you and you turn around. You and you are in the right direction. You and you turn around. We'll then pop this back in as it was. So you went across like that, didn't you? We'll rezone this using my trusty brush. We'll get rid of the zoning along here. We'll cover it with trees or something. Make it look a bit nicer. This all here is going to go. This here is going to be replaced with houses. Actually, no. This section here is going to be replaced with commercial. Thinking about it. Including this space here, with not that space there. All along here, commercial. All along here, commercial. That little gap there can be residential. And there you go. So it's a little bit messy. Let me just see how long this has been recording for. 42 minutes. Okie dokie. I've actually got OBS open on my other screen now, so that I can make sure this is going how it should be. So what happens now is you come off this bridge. So you want to actually go this way into the city. You'll then come down this way, under here, along this bit, and out the other side. There's no traffic lights. It's all quality control flow. I assume there's no traffic lights down there. I can't actually see from here. I don't think there will be. For some reason people are using this as a sort of dive under, which isn't what it's built for at all. So I'm going to have to change that. That's easy to do. You just go here and say, you turn off there, you turn off there, you to there, you to there, and you do the same on this side. Because it's a highway, it's treated as being faster, even though it shouldn't be, but it is. The other thing I could have do, of course, is reduce the speed limit down here. So let's see, the speed limit under here is 50. The speed limit on here is 100. So if I change all of these to 50, including these little off-ramp sections here, so these two here as well, these two here as well, and these two here as well, 50. Now you can only use it if you're passing under and out on the other side. Might build another one of these somewhere down here, just to do that as well. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to fill this with now. Actually, I could put the football stadium here, couldn't I? That would be an amazing idea. Let's see if I could do that. Because then you've got a station here, which serves it, a station here which serves it, and a station here which serves it. The whole sort of sports complex. That's totally not the right tab. I hate doing that. I've done that a lot in this series, is I clicked the wrong bloody button. There you go. How cool would that be? Yeah, I like that. And we've got this really nice roundabout here as well, of course, which does a good job. Right. Let's replace these power lines a second so I can actually sort this land out a bit better as well. That was the next issue we had here. God, that's a lot of power line we've just destroyed. And actually this power line is quite important because this is what keeps the majority of the city running when the solar power stops working. There we go. Right. Obviously this is going to be filled in now, so don't need to worry too much. I want like a shopping complex, restaurant complex surrounding the stadium. That would be a really, really nice idea. Although, saying that, I would like a bigger station by the stadium. Like an actual station complex that will go sort of opposite the stadium, because the stadium is busy. It's the only building in the city, pretty much, that when there's an event on at it, it will be full of people doing all kinds of people things. So we need to make sure that there is enough access to it. Otherwise, it's just going to cause traffic chaos. So that's a key thing to focus on as well. So I do like the idea of this being the entranceway to it, and having something similar. So having this, but coming off here, I think that's possible if I've built this properly. Having an avenue coming off this way like that. Then actually this road serves an even greater purpose as an underpass and I mean, I could have built an underground roundabout, but I think this will do. I think that will do the job quite nicely. As I say, this is going to get busy. This part of the city now is going to get very busy. One of these roads here could be upgraded as well. Let's see, that's a chill park. That is a fire station. Are there any metro stations on this road? There aren't. Good. What that then means is I can upgrade. Actually, the smart one would be to upgrade probably here and then along like this. Which means this park is going to have to be moved over a little bit. But that's fine. If I stick the park on this road instead, that's cool. And then if I stick the fire station on this road, on this corner even, like that, that works out even nicer for me. Right, let's use this type of road. Let's get this upgraded. So you,